Hi दोस्तों, hello and namaskar. Welcome to our YouTube channel Bajirao IAS Academy. Today is 6th October and we are going to discuss the daily Hindu newspaper analysis. But as you all know, before starting our discussion, we on the daily basis discuss some of the important prelims question. And why we discuss this? You all know that these are the questions that had already come into the examination, and solving these type of questions help you in understanding the type of question a UPSC asks, as well as your thinking capability also enhances while attempting these questions. So we on the daily basis try to provide you so that your preparation becomes stronger and stronger, and that definitely will help you in understanding the basic concepts as well as the core concepts that UPSC demands. Okay, so you have to attempt today the questions related to history. Note down, in the previous lecture we have talked about the economy section, but today we will be talking about the history section. Okay, so you can pause the video and try to solve the question, and please do answer in the comment section so that the friends or the person should also engage in the discussion. Okay, so the question is, what was your the objectives of Queen Victoria's proclamation in 1858? Okay, statement 1, to disclaim any intention to annex Indian states. A statement 2, to place the Indian administration under the British crown. A statement 3, to regulate East India Company's trade with India. And you have to select the correct answer. However, I am trying to provide you the background, but you have to answer. Okay. So, first of all, you have already read that after the revolt of 1857, the English East India Company was completely ended, and the revolt was a significant moment when there was awakening of the peoples of the regional rulers in India, and they tried to throw away the British or the imperial colony. Okay, so after that there was a proclamation from the British government, and also there was a passage of Government of India Act 1858. You should have remembered this as well. So after that there was various reforms were taken so that further these type of revolt or the movement should not occur. So definitely after this revolt there was series of actions was taken, and the proclamation has some of the uh, uh, statements regarding the future of India. So you have to choose the correct statement. Okay, I am providing you some of the hint. First of all, after 1857 revolt, the East India Company was completely ended. Okay, so after this, you should answer the question, and if you are able to answer it, well and good. And if you are not, then definitely don't worry. We are providing you the solution in the last session of the discussion. Okay, so now after the basic question, now coming to the discussion of the articles. So today we have to discuss 5 articles, and the first 2 article is related to the editorial section. Okay, and these 2 articles is very important, and even the question gets asked in the examination. Okay, and the first article, it is related to diabetes. You know that with changing lifestyle there is the increase in the non-communicable disease like hypertension or the blood pressure or the diabetes, all of that. But here we will be focusing on diabetes. Okay, why this diabetes incidence is growing, and where the government is not going good. So all the concerns we will be tackling off. Okay, and the second article will be related to the history section that will be dealing with national unity. And you should remember that during the period of British era, there was like unavailability of proper unification. But when our country got independent with the help of various leaders and personalities, they were able to unify our nation. But when we talk about the unification of nation, it doesn't mean only that political unification. There is a need that we should have the social unification in terms of religion, in terms of caste discrimination, removing it, okay, and in terms of regional unification. All of that culminates into a national unity. Okay, so when we talk about national unity, it is a three-dimensional view, and we will be discussing one by one. Okay, and in the prelims rapid fire, we are going to discuss some of the important topics regarding the John Fauci wins the Nobel Prize for the literature, and also we will see here the first public sector Karema Park, which has been going to inaugurate in Kerala. Along with, we will see the Freedom House report. So these five articles we are going to discuss. Okay, and after that, you have to attempt the mains question. And why I had asked you this question, because you are going to study some of the important contributions and the viewpoints of Mahatma Gandhi and B.R. Ambedkar regarding the caste. So here in UPSC 2023, they have asked between the thoughts regarding education and nationalism between Mahatma Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore. So these type of question, one is important distinction between Gandhi ji and B.R. Ambedkar. These type of question may also ask. For example, when we talk about Gandhi ji, so they do favored the existence of Varna system. Okay, but they disfavored caste discrimination. But when we talk about B.R. Ambedkar, they completely was against the existence of caste. Okay, so these are the differences, and there were many points of difference, but here we are going to understand all of that in detail. So after this framework, now we are shifting to editorial discussion. The first article will be related to GS paper 2, and it will be covered under the following topic. Okay, so first of all, when we talk about diabetes, diabetes in the coming times, in the present times, is increasing their influence. Why they are increasing its influence? It is all because our lifestyle are changing, our eating habits are changing. Earlier, we were dependent on the nutritional rich foods, our traditional foods. Okay, but now with the coming of fast food industry, actually our health system is getting worse and worse. And why? Because these ultra fast food is made up of by processing. Okay, and during processing, the additional flavors, artificial chemicals are inserted that do harms our body. Okay, that's why there is an increasing report of diabetes patients, hypertension patients, and many more. Okay, recently we have discussed an article about hypertension and blood pressure because of the increase in salt intake. All of that we have discussed, but our focus here is on the diabetes. Okay, so recently in June 2023, a study conducted by Madras Diabetes Research Foundation in collaboration with Indian Council of Medical Research and the Union Health Ministry, they revealed that 11.4% of India's population is living with diabetes. When we convert in the population, it means about 10.13 crore people are having diabetes. And not only that, about 28.6% of the population is under obese or obesity, okay, as per the body mass index measure. Okay, so these highlights our lifestyle problem and its impact on our health. Okay, so what is the reason behind that? there is a increase in consumption of ultra fast processed food. You are seeing in the urban areas. Okay, there are too many fast food stalls, like the cold drink, like the chips packet, like the bread, and many more items. Okay, so these when entered into our body, okay, they are not able to provide the sufficient nutrition, and because of that our body don't get sufficient nutrition, and definitely our body from inside starts weakening, and the excess fat which is present in these type of foods gets culminated into like obesity and other lifestyle disease. So that is the point. And also, World Health Organization highlighted a major reason for this increase in consumption of unhealthy ultra processed foods, and these are displacing our traditional diets were nutrition rich. Okay, but nowadays we are shifting from that, and there is a scientific evidence of that, like the ultra processed food and beverages have high content of sugar, fat, salt, and it leads to diabetes. And one of the important data you can quote here, like a 10% increase in the consumption of ultra fast processed food a day is associated with 15% higher risk of type 2 diabetes among the adults. So you can understand the role of these type of fast food in deteriorating our health. Okay, and nowadays we are seeing that our country has been flooded with fast food industry. Okay, their marketing is increasing, their advertisement they put on various televisions and promoted by celebrities, it is also enabling the adults, the population, to consume fast food. Okay, and remember, these fast food industry are coming into India. Earlier they were dominated in the European countries, but due to the increase in awareness along with the decrease in the consumption there, they are now coming to the developing countries like India, and now our adults are getting uh, addicted to these type of fast food. Okay, and for this billions of marketing and advertising are done from the food processed manufacturers. Okay, and that's why you see in the television, in the internet, about various advertisements of these products. Okay, and uh, who is responsible for this? The food industry well says that it is the people that chooses to eat. Okay, but remember, the environment which is dominating is responsible for these type of increasing trend of ultra fast food. What is the environment here? The environment, like everyone is going to eat the fast food. Okay, and they are not promoting the traditional diets. And also there is also an important factor like marketing targets younger generation and also the growing middle class section. And we have already discussed that we followed some of the celebrities. Okay, and if celebrities are promoting that product, that means we are well happy to accept that product. So celebrity endorsement also determines our consumption decision. Okay, so that is the point. And what needs to be done? First of all, here the government need to interfere. Okay, there is a need to have a proper fast food regulatory mechanism. Otherwise, there will be a deepening public health crisis. So, policy and regulatory actions are needed, and even the Food Safety and Standard Authority of India, that is the body that regulates the food safety and standards. But this body even not performed well. Okay, they are not able to deal with the crisis that are increasing due to the fast food. And also, there is a saying that you should do exercise, But exercise is one thing, but what should be our aim? That we should have a proper regulatory policy that deals with restricting the marketing of ultra processed food, and also there is a need to have a proper warning labels on the junk food and the beverages that we eat, so that citizens become aware of the impact of these type of consumption. Okay, and there is a need to have a mandatory provision that government can safeguard the people, and for that there can be a law should be passed, or even ordinance can be brought, so that the consumption of ultra processed food can be halted or reduced. And there is a need, like government should define what constitutes healthy food, as well as if you are eating the packets of chips, so there should be a well labeling on the front of the package, that what it contains. Okay, along with restrictions on the promotions and marketing tactics that are adopted by the fast food manufacturer. And there is also need to have a increase in people awareness. Okay, and for this type of legislation there is a need to have a political will from the government side. Okay, and also government is promoting like eat right campaign. Okay, but on the one side the government is promoting eat right campaign, but on the other side the government is interacting with these manufacturers. So this showcase the false promise from the ultra fast food manufacturer. They are not going to take actions. Okay, so here government has to do something necessary. So that is the discussion of this article. And now we are shifting to second article that is related to GS paper 1, and that is also a very important article, specifically when we try to understand the thoughts of various personality like Mahatma Gandhi and V.R. Ambedkar, and we will be dealing some of the historical context here. Okay, so first of all, when we talk about national unity, it is a three-dimensional view. Okay, three-dimensional view meaning that in India, first of all, we seek that there should be a harmonious relations within the Hindu community, that is the harmonious relations between different castes. Okay, the second dimension is basically between the Hindu Muslim harmony. That means there should be harmony between the Hindu Muslim community. And the third dimension of national unity is like your regional unity, that is the unity among the regions or the states. Okay, so these all culminates into national unity. And when we talk about evolution of national unity, that means it took a time to have a national unity. And for this we had political movement, social movement. You should remember the social movement that was going on during the 18th 19th century by various personality like Raja Ram Mohan Rai and many more. Okay, so this was ultimately led to the national unity, and for that there is a need to have a harmony between us. Okay, so you should remember that first dimension deal with Hindu unity, the second is basically the harmony of religious community, and the third is basically the various regional identities, and there should be harmony in them. Okay, and when we talk about Mahatma Gandhi's view, so Mahatma Gandhi was basically primary spokesperson of Hindu unity as well as Hindu Muslim unity, and that's why we see that in the entire journey of the freedom struggle, Mahatma Gandhi had definitely involved our Muslim communities in the freedom struggle, whether it is the non-cooperation movement or the Khilafat movement. Okay, so this is the point. And when we talk about the Hindu unity, you can also understand from the incidents like the communal award, which was proposed during the second roundtable conference, which was held in London. And during that conference, which was decided from the British that they're going to extend the communal award to the scheduled tribes, scheduled communities as well, meaning the untouchables. That time scheduled tribe was not there. That times we call them untouchables. Okay, so in the communal award there was a provision of separate electorate for that community. Okay, but Mahatma Gandhi was against the separate electorate for the untouchables. Okay, but B.R. Ambedkar was in the favor of separate electorate, and according to B.R. Ambedkar, the caste discrimination that the community faces is actually can be eliminated from the society if there is full elimination of caste system. Okay, so that is the point, and that is the distinction between the view of Mahatma Gandhi and B.R. Ambedkar. That's why there was some of the differences between these two personality. However, when we talk about Mahatma Gandhi, he declared himself as a Hindu, but the Hindu in liberal form, in simple meaning that he always tried to adopted inclusiveness in them. Okay, and also Gandhi assumed that loyalty to religion was the dominant loyalty in India, and that is a statement written by historian Rabindra Kumar. Okay, so you can see here the viewpoints between Gandhi and Ambedkar on caste. Like you can understand that Gandhi recognized caste based discrimination that will hinder the Hindu unity. That's why Gandhiji was always against the caste-based discrimination, but not against the Varna system. Remember, there is a difference between caste-based discrimination and Varna system. Okay, so Gandhiji was always against the caste-based discrimination. Okay, why? Because that will obstruct the national unity. That will not hold the people together, and that is the biggest, weakest point for the community in India that shares huge diversity. Okay, and when we talk about B.R. Ambedkar, so as per the B.R. Ambedkar, he talked about elimination of the caste system. Okay, and for that he proposed that for the depressed class there should be a separate electorate. Okay, and that's why there was communal award in 1932, and in against of the communal award, Gandhiji uh, started fast unto death. Remember, if you have studied modern history, then definitely will help you to understand. Okay, so after the communal award in 1932, Gandhiji started fast unto death so that the concept of separate electorate should be eliminated for the depressed class. So after that, a decision was taken between these two personality, and Pune Pact arrived. And what was the Pune Pact? According to the Pune Pact, the demand for separate electorate for the depressed class was removed, and after that, for the depressed class, separate electorates was rejected, and in place of separate electorate, reservation, the concept of reservation was given for the elections in the houses. Okay, whether it is central legislative assembly or the provincial legislative assembly. So that is the point. Okay, Pune Pact between the two leaders agreed on assuring the representation for the depressed class, but without a separate electorate. And from here, you can understand that the concept of reservation was started in India, and now we are seeing the reservation is existing, and we are giving reservation to various community. So the root of the reservation in India that we are seeing currently is actually associated with the incidents of 1930s. Okay, so you can understand, and we have a reservation, and even when the constitution was framed, the concept of reservation was kept, and also it was given to various depressed class. Okay, and when we talk about Hindu unity, and for Mahatma Gandhi, it was non-negotiable for Gandhi. Also, the Hindu-Muslim unity for the Mahatma Gandhi was also equally important pillar of national unity, because he already knew that the unity in diversity will only exist if there is a unity among the Hindu Muslim, among the Hindu community, and among the regions. Okay, so that's why he also joined the Khilafat movement, driven by a transnational Muslim agenda that was going in the Turkey. You remember the Khalifa issue? Okay, and also this was the movement that helped the Mahatma Gandhi to tackle the British. Okay, and as per the statement of Mahatma Gandhi, you can hear like there are two things which I am devoting my life. One is permanent unity between Hindu and Muslim, and Satyagraha. You should remember these type of statements, and you can quote in the main answer, so that while you are writing answer, if you are interested to write these quotes, that will add weightage to your answer. Okay, so when we talk about the third axis, we have talked about the two axes. First is your unity among the Hindu. The second is basically Hindu Muslim unity. The third axis is basically the regional harmony. Regional harmony meaning the promotion of harmony between the state, between the region. That is the point. And when the India got independent, you remember that many of the princely state was not joining to India. Okay, because they thought that if they join, their autonomy will get affected. But with the help of Sardar Patel, actually the unification of different princely states do happen. Okay, so the third axis of unity is like you have to seek harmony between the heartland and periphery. Okay, and that is the point when there was a proposal to promote Hindi as a national language was rejected or delayed in the Constituent Assembly for the indefinite period. Why? Because if Hindi was promoted as a national language, that means the southern states will get upset. Okay, and that will not substantiate the sentiments of the southern state. So that's why within the Constituent Assembly, Hindi was not declared as the uh, national language, but it was shifted for the another period. Okay, so in the Constitution, there was a debate regarding this issue, and that's why realizing the danger in pushing for Hindi, the question of a national language was delayed initially for the 15 years and then for the indefinite period. Okay, that is the point, because we have to understand the concerns of the regional states, okay, where Hindi is not spoken. So that is the point also. It is highlighted in the article. And also we have a uh, provision that given autonomies for the several regions, like Article 370, which now has been ended, that gave a special status to the Jammu and Kashmir, and we have a sixth schedule that gives autonomy to the tribal population, and we have interstate redistribution of Lok Sabha representation, which was suspended for 25 years. But we have discussed this article in yesterday's lecture. You can also understand why this redistribution of Lok Sabha seat was suspended for 25 years. Like even 1971, the redistribution of Lok Sabha seat was occurred, and after that it was suspended for 25 years. Again, it was suspended for 25 years, so that the concerns of southern state was to be addressed. So that is the point. Okay. So we have discussed all these articles in detail. Hope you understood. Now we are shifting our focus to the prelims current affair. Okay. So first of all, remember when we talk about uh, a report, that is Freedom House report, and as per the report, the internet freedom in India is basically deteriorating. Okay, and you can see in the report the score that India got, like 50. Okay, so India has been referred as partially free. And when we talk about the countries of Europe like Iceland, UK, Germany, then you can see the score of Iceland 94, so UK 79. So these are the country which has been referred as the free. Okay, so you can see here India is expanding censorship regime, and it is creating uneven playing field. Okay, so that is the point I had highlighted. Basically, what you can do it, that you can mention in the answer. So I have highlighted this topic. Now, the second article is related to first public sector Kareba Park in Kerala, and why this is being promoted, because of tourism, and there is a fort near it that is known as Bekal Fort. Remember, you have to remember Bekal Fort. It is in Kasargod. Kasargod is located in Kerala. Okay, and along this location there is the creation of Kareba Park, and that will promote or the attract tourism. Okay, and that will be also the region for movie shooting, so that more and more attraction should come here. So indirectly, Kerala is promoting tourism. And remember, first public sector Kareba Park in Kerala, and Bekal Fort, it is also in Kerala. Okay. Now we are shifting to the last article of prelims, and that is the Nobel Prize. Okay, and for 2023, the Nobel Prize for Literature goes to John Foster. Okay, and he's a very bigger personality in terms of having variety of dimensions in the field of literature, book reading, book writing, playwrights, drama, many more personalities associated with this person. Okay, and he has been awarded for his innovative plays and prose, which gives voice to the unsayable. Okay, so that's why uh, he was chosen for this prize. Okay, and you can see the dimension of this personality is associated with plays, novels, poetry collections, essay, children's book, and translations, and many more things. Okay, and his major work is associated with, you can understand here, both house and melancholy 1 and 2. So these are the discussion of the article. Hope you understood, and for now it is enough. We are shifting to our answer discussion of the plates. Okay, so first of all, remember when the Queen Victoria Proclamation occurred in 1858. Okay, first and foremost thing was, like, the East India Company was ended. Okay, so there was the end up of East India Company. So if you read statement 3, what it says, to regulate East India's company trade with India. So if there is non-existence of East India Company, how it will regulate East India Company? So statement 3 becomes wrong, and you can eliminate a statement 1 and 3. You are left with two options, 1 and 2, and 2 only. So you have to check only whether option 1 is correct or not. So option 1 says, to disclaim any intention to annex Indian state. Yes, this statement is very right, because after this incident, the British was assured that there is a need to close the annexation policy. Okay, otherwise these type of revolt may occur in the future as well. So they uh, closed their intention to annex Indian states further. So that's why various autonomy was given after that, and many more things. So what is the right answer? Option A, that is 1 and 2. Hope you understood this question, and please do attempt the mains question. And if you are liking our initiative, please do like, share, subscribe, and do follow our Telegram channel for further updates and PDF. Thank you, friends. Thank you very much.